Assalamu alaikum. Kia. Are you a doctor, a nurse, a social worker, a midwife, or an employer and wondered about the Somali names? Have you never had the opportunity to have Somali names explained to you, including its meaning? Have you wondered what it's with all these Abdis and Muhammads? Are you confused because mom, dad, and immediate family members do not have the same family name or surname? I have done a presentation about Somali culture which included Somali names for my work colleagues and realized the need to teach professionals who work with Somali communities and those who interact with Somali communities about Somali culture. The only professional that I have seen who is well educated about the Somali culture is a doctor in Hamilton. I will endeavor to give you a snapshot if you stick with me for 5 minutes, maximum 10 minutes. Somalis do not have surname in Western sense. To identify a Somali, 3 names must be used. A given name followed by father's given name and a grandfather's. Women therefore do not change their names at marriage. Unlike English, which has mostly separate pools for given name and family names, Somalis have one pool for all 3 names. As a result, many names are very similar. Perhaps for this reason, nearly all men and some women are identified by public names, nanais. There are 2 kinds of nanaises. Overt nicknames, similar to Western nicknames, and the covert nicknames which are used to talk about a person but rarely addressed at that person. Example of overt nicknames are Rage, he who delayed at birth; Madobe, very black; and for someone who is a non-Muslim, Gal, for Rihanna. Example of covert nicknames are Labasale, the man with the only 2 cows, and of course you wouldn't say in front of that man. Famous people are sometimes referred to as a son or a daughter of, for example, Ina Abdullah Hassan. His name was Muhammad Abdullah Hassan. So this was a famous, Muhammad Abdullah Hassan was a famous Somali hero, and he started a resistance against the colonials in Somalia. Although he did not see the fruits of the resistance that he started, Somalis appreciated what he's done for them, which eventually brought down the rule of the colonialism in Somalia. Traditionally, parents choose their children's names in consultation with religious leaders, astrologists, and the wise family members. In recent years, as generations go by, it's more common to simply name children after a relative or a family friend. 2 exceptions to this tendency are first children commonly named Faduma if it's a girl, and Muhammad if it's a boy, and the male twins commonly named Hassan and Hussein. The origin of Somali names is often Cushitic or Arabic, with the latter more common. Most names have meanings, and certain names are given to denote time of birth, physical characteristics, and birth order, and so on. Some examples of names, their origins are, for example, let me give you Cushitic names. Awo or Awo, lucky, optimistic. Aurala or Auralo, without blemish, it's a praise. Hodan, well-to-do, it's a praise. Ambaro, of amber, it's a praise. Dahabo, of gold, it's a praise. Let me give you some boys' names. Awale, lucky, it's a praise. Waberi, sunrise. born early in the morning. Arale or Arale, clean. It's a brace. Bahdon, the one who looks for his clan. This boy is born away from home. Abtidon, looking for uncle's mother's family. So this boy is born away from his mother's side of family. Samatar, doer of good. It's a brace. Samakab, supporter of right. It's a brace. So a human rights activist who advocates for social justice and the rights of human being could be named Samatar. Let me give you some Arabic names. Fatumo, like I said earlier, Fatima is usually named the firstborn baby if it's a girl, and this is named after the daughter of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Asha, long living, after the wife of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Maryam, the mother of Jesus, also a section of the Quran. Fatiya or Fathiya, opener of fortune. It's a brace. Sahra, flower. It's a brace. Let me give you some boys' names. Of course, Muhammad, one who is worthy of thanks after the Prophet ﷺ. And when you see Abdi, usually Abdi, it's very rare to see that Abdi that stands by itself. Usually Abdi will be followed by something else. For example, Abdulaziz, which is my name in this case, it's the servant of God. So Aziz is the graceful. So the graceful is Allah. So all those names that follows Abdi is Allah's name. So it's the servant of Allah, the servant. If you see like Abdul Razak or Abdulaziz or Abdul Wahid or Abdul Karim, all that. So remember, most Somali names have meanings to them, and it depends of the circumstances. I'm talking about the Cushitic Somali names have the circumstances surrounding at the time of birth. For example, born early in the morning, or born away from home, or so on. I hope that you have benefited from it. I hope that I put some light into your understanding of Somali names and Somali culture. Thanks for having the time, and thanks for having an interest. Thank you. Bye.